Hey everybody, how's it going? So I decided to make a little video here talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I played the demo a while back, and I was going to, my original idea was to play and record the whole thing and upload it. But during the production of that, the sound bugged out for some reason, and it's probably a fault on my end. I didn't probably didn't update the driver on the capture device or something of that sort. I'm not sure what happened, but I was able to get game footage of me playing it, and of my live reactions to it as well. There just isn't any sound in the game, so that's a bit of a bummer. But so instead, I'm just gonna make a video talking about my my reactions, my impressions, and how I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going, how good it's going to be. Final Fantasy VII, for the original PlayStation, is probably, to many people, one of the greatest games ever made. And I don't really agree with that statement, but I could see where their opinion comes from. It was such a big deal when it first came out. So, news of a remake has been rumored and speculated for years, probably ever since the PS3 era, probably even further back. People were excited one E3 when they showed off the trailer for it back then, and people were hyped and ecstatic for it. And now that we got the demo out now for it, and people have got a good taste of what's to come, people are very, very excited, and myself included. Final Fantasy VII was never my favorite Final Fantasy game. That would probably go to either 6 or 9, one of those two. When it comes to 7, I cannot deny the amount of fans that game has. And, that's something, that can be taken away from all of this, is that the fan base for that particular game is enormous, probably more so than any of the Final Fantasy games combined. So, I played the demo. The demo was on PlayStation Store, and I decided to play it on my base PS3. I don't have a Pro. I really need to get a Pro. But here's my thoughts on it. The game is good. It's really, really good. It takes what you know about the original Final Fantasy VII and just gives it the best appreciation possible. The moment that opening showed up, and the moment it just got me right there. Yes! Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah! The opening is just spot on. The demo only plays through the first mission, so it gives you kind of a little taste of what's to come throughout the whole throughout the whole game. And I got to admit, the graphics, even though I'm not playing it on a PS4 Pro, are phenomenal. It's very detailed, it moves very, very well. Gameplay as a whole has been overhauled to ludicrous levels. The original Final Fantasy VII was a turn-based RPG. It's like you move, it's like you make your move, they make your move, and then battle's over, experience points leveled up. Here, it's a lot, one way I could describe the battle system is kind of like Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts, where you're moving in battle and you're attacking in game, and you have the ability to move around freely in battle. It's probably the more mainstream approach because not many people play turn-based RPGs. I've noticed there is a market out there for it, but I do believe that the decision they made to make it the battle system the way it is was probably because it's basically the norm now. The voice acting, I mean, it is an English dub and not the original Japanese, but it was every character with their voice, whatever voice actor they have for it, is spot on. It's like when I look at this character and how they speak, yeah, okay, that's how I imagined Cloud speaking or how I imagined Barrett speaking. The music is phenomenal. I wasn't able to get any music recorded because of the sound being bugged in the recording. But the entire time, I was just talking about how great the reorchestrated soundtrack for this remake is. A lot of people scoff at remakes. I've noticed they look at a remake. It's like, why do I want to play at the same game again? That's basically the same before, just updated. And while I do see where they're coming from here, I do believe Final Fantasy VII, this remake in particular, is a different beast altogether. This is something that people wanted for years. And I don't think it's just going to be, you know, and it's not the same, really, because it's a different battle system. It's a different feel that you get from playing the remake over the original. And that alone is one big thing that I think we can all take away from at the beginning of the day. This is the same but different, and that bit of difference is what is going to drive people to play the game and see how it is. The name sells itself, Final Fantasy VII Remake. But overall, the game comes out on April 10th. I'm excited. I am definitely excited. That demo kept me wanting to play more. And I am excited to see what else comes from this remake. I'm not the biggest fan of 7, so I'm not going to have that many personal attachments to it than I would with Final Fantasy games like 6 or 9. But with 7, it's going to have a bigger attachment to most fans out there. And for the people who are excited for it, I share the excitement along with them. It's very rarely do we see a remake like this to this caliber. Most of the time we get, HD remasters, which just kind of gives a game a second coat of paint. But now we're seeing these remakes that just faithfully recreate them from the ground up and just breathe new life into a name. Take for example, the Resident Evil 2 remake. A lot of people wanted a Resident Evil 2 remake. Why? Because they wanted to see a different take on the same story. And they got that with the Resident Evil 2 remake, and it did very well. Different company who made the game, I know, but I do feel like the point still stands that it's not just a remake people want to see. It's a different game with the same characters and the slightly same story. It's all about a difference in mechanics rather than a difference in story that I think people are more excited for. And that's what I'm getting with the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Either way, I'm excited for it. I'm excited, you're excited, we're all excited, and that we're going to let that excitement just... Overall, I got my copy pre-ordered. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game and play it. It is definitely going to be one heck of a ride. The demo, it's like you have a hard time trying to think about what a game is going to be when you haven't actually played it for yourself. After playing the demo, it gives me a good idea what to expect. So after getting a good idea of what to expect, I kind of have a good conscience to buy what I'm expecting. So Final Fantasy VII Remake, absolutely looking forward to it. I cannot wait. With that said, thank you for watching this small video of me talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake and my thoughts as well. Stay tuned for more videos soon. I love you guys. Take care.